There are at least two people who have or should have direct access to the Oval Office without going through Chief of Staff or anybody, who can walk into the Oval Office. That's the head of the Presidential Protective Division, the head of the PPD, and the head of the Secret Service. And, I mean, there is no excuse not to inform the president of what's going on.
Is he, every time there's a breach, is he always supposed to be informed? What's
he
protocol?
Should be.
He should be.
He should be. Of course. It's his life on the line. It's his family's life on the line. He should be, yes.
Let's talk about this guy who's going to be the interim director, West Point guy. Joe Clancy was with the Secret Service until 2011. He's been in the private practice. You know, White House saying they're so grateful that he's taking leave of absence to take this top spot, at least for now. And we're learning... yes, he was in charge when the so-called gate crashing incident happened, so that could be a knock on him if he does want the job. But he also worked closely with the first couple on the protection arrangements for the daughters. I mean, isn't so much of this about trust with the first family? Total trust.
100% trust. You've put, you know, as the President of the United States, you put your life and your family's life in the hands of these people. It's 100% trust. So any breach of confidence becomes a serious thing. I don't know, Mr. Clancy. I do know that his lineage goes back to the Clinton years, which would be fine. Early Clinton years, that would be fine. The problem is that what you see with the Secret Service from the time Obama takes office, and we spoke about this yesterday, the disintegration of proximity and intensity, you see that with the Secret Service PPD that he ran. There was not this same intensity, not the same proximity that you had with Reagan and Clinton in the first term. So that may preclude him from taking over.
You wanted us, and we said yes, to pull up this video of this White House intruder, the guy with the knife, off the fence, gets all the way into the East Room. So, walk me through this.
Look, now watch over on the left-hand corner.
And all the arrows, by the way, these are officers, Secret Service.
Yeah. Now, you know, all of these guys are ex-football players. They're all, I mean, they've all played football in high school or college or somewhere. They should have been able.
Look at the guys on the roof. Look at that.
They should have been able to tackle him. There's no way he should have been able to get through that door. First of all, we spoke about this yesterday. The door was unlocked. Unpardonable sin. That's excommunication right there. He got all the way into the East Room. Being chased by these guys? No, sorry. Where were the dogs? It's a very simple thing. They said, oh, well, there were too many people around. No. These dogs are trained. You say, Fido, there. And he goes after the guy running.
Alarms apparently weren't going off.
Well, that's right. I mean, this is one failure after another. And as we said yesterday, and as I continue to say today, the Secret Service cannot afford a failure. Failure is November 22nd, 1963.